find out that's in this movie that I had no idea about. All right, so in the movie, there's a person on a phone talking to, Mary Elizabeth Winston's character, and I was surprised to find out Bradley Cooper is in this movie. Technically, just voice acting.
I did not know that. I guess it did sound like him, come to think of it. But
I mean, it's not the first time. I mean, he was voiced Rocky Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy.
right, yeah, that was I didn't put that together, but that definitely is interesting to know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Back to the main cast. I mean, John Goodman pretty much was the center of attention, even though Mary Elizabeth Winston's character was the main character. John Goodman pretty much is the one person we keep thinking about in the entire movie.
Because everyone was orbiting around him.
But also because he had a real threatening presence. He was the kind of this big guy, even though he wasn't masculine whatsoever. He was a tall, very heavy guy who, even though he's not physically fit, he still does have a presence right there, just in physical sheer size alone. And also, before I get to the other cast members, I think one thing I should mention to kind of tie it into the last one, in the first Cloverfield movie, at the end shot of the movie, you see something in the background falling from the sky into the ocean. And apparently that was some kind of satellite-looking thing. John Goodman's character said, I used to be in the Navy, and I kind of worked on satellites.
Yeah, that is definitely an interesting coincidence. I'm not quite sure how to take that because some people still think that that was not actually a satellite. It was, the first creature being launched into the ocean to start the whole
Maybe.
Cloverfield spiel that we will not spoil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are a lot of interesting theories, and I should also point out that I would say there's less so in this movie, but similar to the first Cloverfield, there is some additional content that is available for people to check out online. You can Google it or whatever, but basically, at the end of Deadpool, if you went to see that, you might have seen at the end of the advertisement for this movie.
And other ones too.
Yeah, but I think it was Deadpool especially they mentioned it was there. A quick, just split-second barrage of images. And it turns out there are like 5 or 6 of them, and they go from a picture of like a guy drowning to a monkey with a cigarette in his hand and a classified government document. It's just a bunch of weird images again to kind of go off of and start more theories. So I definitely invite you guys to go check that out and see what you think.
Yeah, true. But also I want to say that there's a part of the movie that I kind of joked about when Mary Elizabeth Winston's character is, trying to get a signal on her phone, and the angle, I was telling Steven, like, oh man, iCloud leaked my nudes again?
Selfie.
I mean, yeah, she was part of the actresses that were a part of the fappening when a lot of celebrities' nude photos got leaked online in that. I mean, maybe that's why, Emmett had a cast on.
Masturbatory injury.
Yeah, I'm just making sure his name was Emmett.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who directed this movie, Don...
Cheadle? No.
Don Trachtenberg, something like that. I mean, he's pretty much an unknown director, but I guess he must have been handpicked by J.J. Abrams to do this movie. And it's pretty cool that he was able to, start off the bat. I mean, this and the guy who directed Deadpool, I mean, both these guys pretty much hit out of the ballpark because, kickstarting their mainstream directing career.
Absolutely. Dawn and the Dead,
I know, right? Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I wonder what this guy will go on to after this, because the guy who directed Cloverfield also wanted to direct the recent Planet of the Apes movie, and is going to direct the sequel as well. So I'm wondering what this guy's going to later go on to.
Yeah, probably My Little Ponies or something, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Tim Burton's My Little Pony. Everyone farts instead of color rainbows, gonna be a bunch of black ink, and starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Then Sacha Baron Cohen shows up for no reason. I don't know. So what would you give this movie, Steven?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I've ultimately concluded that because of, a few minor criticisms I had being, just time being drawn out in a few cases, and, it being a boxed environment movie, which is fine, but at a certain point it, did kind of seem to wear and make scenes seem to run longer than they had to. I would personally give this movie 83% out of 100.
Okay, that's fair. Personally, I felt like this movie probably could have been better if it was not associated with Cloverfield, because originally this movie was not even intentionally supposed to be a Cloverfield-ish movie, because the script was just a movie that had nothing to do with pretty much the entire, the first one. But I guess J.J. Abrams saw if we tied it into Cloverfield to kind of have more marketable value to it or something like that. But I do think the movie was good. I really like the dialogue. I do like the whole cast. They were pretty good. This is easily the best movie, aside from, my opinion, Final Destination 3, that Mary Elizabeth Winstead had in her career so far, I would say. And yeah, this was good, pretty much. The end did feel a tad bit rushed in that, so on. But overall, I'd say 10 Cloverfield Lane is a pretty good movie. And yeah, if you're a fan of the first one, don't expect it to be a direct sequel or directly connected to it. Just expect maybe slight connections, very loose, weak connections to it. But overall, just come in with an open mind. And that's why I'm going to give this movie about 3 stars out of 4.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I will say, actually, you mentioning that it would have been better not as a Cloverfield movie. I honestly think it will really make it stand out because of the fact that it did tie itself in with Cloverfield, because
maybe
this could have ended as just some other, psychological thriller that, people say, oh, that's good, we'll redbox it. But with the whole Cloverfield aspect and the cult following that so many of us heavy breathers are, so excited about with this coming into theaters and being part of the culture again, I think it was actually better that they included it. And I think Abrams mentioned that there would be a possibility of something like 2 more films in addition to this. But so hopefully this will not be the end. I'm sure ticket sales will have something to do with that, so don't let us down.
Yeah.
But in any case, I really think, and you guys think whatever you want, but when I watched the ending, I felt almost this whiplash of the Cloverfield effect in, changing movie settings almost, just at the very end. And I really liked it. It did kind of leave it on a cliffhanger type of ending, but it really leaves more questions. And I think it can be seen and implied from, sound effects and things they used, that there possibly are some more significant connections than we might first see to, the first Cloverfield movie to this one.
Yeah, true. I know it's kind of an obsession to try to, figure out what's happening in these movies. But, no matter your views are, it's not as a dumb obsession as, the brony community.
Seriously. Very convention.
So, this is Tyler from Uncredited Reviews.
and Steven from Steven Lawson Studios and 10 Cloverfield Lane.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed this episode of Unscripted. Hope to see you in the future soon. And take care. Bye.